All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about the difference between being a hack and working smart and efficiently. All right, so what is a hack? Well, a hack is somebody that's gonna, on a vehicle without an access port to the fuel pump, they got to do a fuel pump, is going to cut a hole in the floorboard, peel back the carpet to do the fuel pump instead of dropping the tank. Don't do that. And before you guys actually go, oh, well, yeah, everybody says that, but I've never seen it. I have. Had a car come in, diagnosed it fuel pump. You know, it was cut and dry. Customers, pissed off because they did it like a year and a half ago, but it was out of warranty. So I pulled it in, dropped the tank like you're supposed to do. It was a GM car. I think it was a Buick. But General Motors product. Dropped the tank, nothing real major. Look up, I see carpet. I'm like, what? Yep. Reach up there, poke my hand through the carpet. They cut a hole through it. Don't do that. That is straight up hacked them. Now, versus that, let's talk about working smart and efficiently. Now, smart and efficiency comes from organization, figuring out ways to do things better than the factory manual or faster. Perfect example of that is on a GM truck. You got to replace a fuel pressure tank sensor. Well, you don't have to drop that tank down even though it pays to drop the tank. Undo the straps, drop it down enough to get your hand in there, unplug it, work it out, and hope the sensor doesn't break in the hole. Now, if the sensor breaks in the hole, a little more difficult. If you get it done, saves you a whole lot of time, you make some money. That is working smart and efficiently. Hacking is when a customer comes in requesting spark plugs, 100K, 120K, whatever it is, and they just replace the front bank because the rear bank's too hard because you got to take the intake off. That's being a hack. Being smart is figuring out you don't have to take all this stuff loose to take the intake off to do that. You can just unbolt it, pull it up by a bungee strap, and you got a whole lot less time into undoing, coolant lines to throttle body, stuff like that. That's being efficient, working smarter. You don't have to always follow the manual. All data Mitchell, you don't have to follow that. There's ways to save time. Now, saving time versus cutting stuff, breaking stuff, bending stuff, no, that's hacking. I'm talking about working smarter. Figuring out, if I, prop it up here, I can get my hand in there and do this. I don't have to take that completely out. That's working smarter. Figuring out a good shortcut. But again, don't cut stuff, don't break stuff, don't put it back like factory. Hacking is cutting. Working smarter and efficiently is doing the same repair that you're supposed to do, just finding a quicker and faster way. Now, in my last video, I talked about warranty pay and how suddenly a customer pay job now pays considerably less. Well, that's because in a training class at, XYZ Manufacturing, somebody told them about a shortcut. They decided it was a good idea, so they cut warranty time. One, if you're in a training class, don't talk about shortcuts to the instructor. It'll get back to corporate and all of a sudden your warranty time gets cut. So don't do that. Now, they almost never update the service information, so it still tells you to do it this way, even though they're paying you for that way. That's why you need to figure out a efficient way of doing a repair. Simple example of a shortcut is that intake. You know, you got to pull the intake off, but you just have to pull it back far enough to get to those spark plugs, right? You know, as long as you replace the gasket, what's the difference of whether or not you disconnected the coolant lines to the throttle body? Or vice versa, on both the throttle body, leave it hanging there, pull the intake out. You know, if you're doing valve covers. Different way to do it. You know, every little bit helps when it comes to efficiency. Everything you don't have to touch is money in the pocket. Now the next subject is straight up stealing. Now just like not replacing parts that customers paid for is stealing, it's stealing. Don't do it, ever. Customer pays for a repair, do it. I don't care if it sucks. You don't want to do it. Customer agreed to it, do it. This one is straight up stealing. This is when they write up something they have no intention of doing. You know, ball joints have zero play in them, the boots are good, but they write it up for ball joints because they can take a little brake clean and clean them up, and they look good new, and they take the old parts and throw them in the trash. Now, there's an old story, but I know it's true, so I'll tell it. Dealer tech at a Ford dealership. This was decades ago, okay? He was, I mean, their top dog. He was outperforming everybody in the shop, billing tons of hours, and just, you know, blew everybody away. And this was a dealership where there was not a corporate guy, but the owner. He was walking through the local flea market, and he sees his technician with a booth full of Motorcraft Ford parts. Yep, all the stuff he didn't install. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You're just stealing. You're a common thief if you're doing that kind of stuff. Sorry, but you are. You are a common thief if you are getting a customer to pay for repair that you do not do. You are a thief. Straight up, plain and simple. You do not have to be a thief or hack, and I'm sorry, but you do not, to work flat rate. And this goes to my Monday video. I'll link it in the description. But you don't have to be a hack to do that. You don't have to steal from people to make money in this business. You just have to work smart and efficiently. Let me close this video by saying, don't be a hack. Work smart and efficiently. Make your money honestly. Do a good job. You know, as the old saying goes, crime doesn't pay. Well, in this business, crime pays for a little bit, but eventually it will catch up with you. Don't be a thief. Don't be a hack. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. Make sure and hit that bell notification so you get notified when I put out a new video. If you give me a thumbs down, you're a hack and a thief. Just kidding. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Comments are always appreciated, and as always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.